Alright, so it's still the 5th of November, and Amazon. They sent something in a box that, you know, arguably this doesn't need to be in a box, but things that, you know, really should be in a box, they don't. Yeah, that's the consistency of Amazon for you. Again, it all just depends on who you get. And that's because what's in here, I mean, it's not an exciting thing. And it didn't need to come in a box. And that, but yeah, it just annoys me when there's stuff that does. See? We could have just shipped it in these packets. And it would have been perfectly fine, because what's in here, and I won't use a knife on these, tear them open. So in this first one is 100 inner vinyl record sleeves, and you might be thinking, why do you have these? Well, basically these help prevent against any, you know, scratches or stuff like that. But also they're anti-static as well, so they stop static from building up on the record and that as well. Basically it's just a good way of, you know, helping to preserve your records. And that's actually the first one, and then the second one, I'm also going to rip open, is, there we go, ooh, they're quite shiny. Interesting, is 100 vinyl sleeves. Yeah, they're really reflective, these ones. Ah, okay. These were not the type I was expecting. The ones I normally get are ones that you just basically just pop the record in. These ones, yeah, these ones are the shit ones. Well, these ones are the really shit ones, these ones. They're very, very thin, as you can see. I mean, you know, if you're a record shop users, yeah, these are the very, very thin ones. I tend to have the thicker ones. They'll do. We'll do on that for now, I guess. But, yeah, this is not how they were shown on the thing, as sleeves and that. I was wondering why they were so cheap. Because for 100 of these, this was $12.99 for 100 of these. And it was also the same price for the inner sleeves. The inner sleeves perfectly fine ones. But the outer ones, yeah, I don't know. I might use them, I might not use them, I don't know. I mean, they're not bad, but they're just pretty crap, to be honest. And I think I might go back and order some, have a proper look and order some better ones. Because also the thing with those ones is that they're not very good for any double LPs either. So yeah, I might go back and get the ones that I normally get, if I can find them. So yeah. Okay, so it's the 6th of November today, and I've been having a bit of an issue. So, oh, and all the discs and this perfectly demonstrates my point, though. But yeah, I've just had a load of Blu-rays bloody slide out as I pick up the box for this Blu-ray set, and literally nearly every disc has slid out, and I'll show you why as I bloody pick the thing up. My god, this is such a crappy packaging design. Well, I'll show you what the problem is. So, I can't remember whether I did an unboxing of this, but I'll show the empty box itself because everything slid out of it. So, this is the Harry Potter 8-film collection. Though, make note, this is the 16-disc version. Yeah, So I picked this up back in... This particular version is out of print, but I picked this up back in 2020. I can't remember how much I paid for it. And I can't remember whether I got a refund, because I might have gotten a refund for it. I can't remember. But I bought it back in 2020 because I fancied, you know, it was lockdown. And next I decided, you know what, I fancy rewatching the Harry Potter films. Now would be a good time to get them on Blu-ray. And I considered getting the 4K Blu-ray. I considered it. It was, I think, at the time, like, just over £100. I think the price now is like locked at 100. It never goes past there. But when I had a check up on it, I noticed something interesting about it. Because I didn't have a 4K Blu-ray player, but I was planning to go 4K down the line, so I thought, yeah, maybe I might just pick that up. But then I noticed it didn't include what this release included, which was the bonus discs. Yep, back in 2016, all the Harry Potter films you might remember for when Fantastic Beasts were released, all the films got a re-release individually and as a box set, all with bonus discs. And just to show the artwork and that on these, you might, you know, recognise them for all of them. Yes, it's out of order. It's out of order there. There we go. So yeah, they were all reissued and that with bonus discs. However, some to this day, still in print are the single disc versions, including the single disc box set. So yeah. So basically, don't be duped into getting that one, because the price is basically the same. Like, the price was pretty much the same. Now, that's not the best example, actually, but what one was the worst example? Let me just have a look. That one's about... Yeah, this one was the one where the discs fell out. This I bought off Cash Converters, I think it was back then. And my god, this is made of really cheap, flimsy cardboard, and it's been broken since day one when I got it. But you can see there, that cardboard is just ripped there. They don't hold the discs anyway, they just slide about. They just slide about anyhow. And particularly the ones at the back, the ones at the back are meant to be held in place like that. They don't, they just drop down. Or just slide out when you pick them up, which is what happened to mine. Now, since day one, my Order of the Phoenix disc had a scratch on it and it wouldn't play all the way through. I tried and I can't remember what I'm hoping, because I literally cannot remember this. I'm hoping I either got my money back or partial refund or something. I'm hoping I did. I honestly cannot remember. It was that long ago. Because I remember I was watching them all, got to Order of the Phoenix, and it got stuck roughly halfway through. Now, at the time, I was able to thankfully rip the film. Somehow. I was able to rip the film and watch it that way. But obviously, you know, that's not the way it's intended. And that was bloody... I don't know how, because that worked. Because the other day, you know, I was going through stuff and then I realised, you know what, it's about time I should rip all the stuff from this box set. And I started doing that, and then I realised that I got to this disc, which is Order of the Phoenix, would not rip. It just would not rip. Unfortunately, it just wouldn't. And I tried various methods. Like, I tried using this, which does remove scratches, it does remove it, and in a couple of cases it made it, I was able to get a couple of the files off it that I couldn't before, but yeah. But yeah, this disc was essentially knackered. The one good thing about this one is since it was the film disc, that one's much easier to replace. Well, I say easier, it's cheaper to replace if I wanted to. So yeah, something, however, I didn't notice until ripping is, where is it? God, look at that, the discs are still bloody sliding out of this thing. It's crap. It is honestly crap quality. Like, avoid this one this version at all costs. And I'll tell you which version to get in a minute. But when it came to Chamber of Secrets and its bonus disc, unfortunately there were some files on there that wouldn't rip. And I don't know if you can see that, if it catches the light, but there's a little ring going all the way around. And basically what that means is someone moved this around when it was in a disk drive. Now I might be thinking also, this one looks a little bit not quite as blue as that disc. And yeah, I was able to get some of the files off it actually, thanks to, again, using this method, because now the scratch, you have to actually look for it. Before you could plainly see it with your eyes. But yeah, now thankfully, my local CEX had this in stock. So yeah, I went and picked this up today. It cost me £2, and if I show you, it uses the exact same discs as the other. In fact, the bonus disc from this set is actually in the drive. I'm going to put this other one back in here, just so I know which one is which. But yeah, you can really see the differences in the blue. And the reason that's gone like that is basically because this is black and sometimes it gets into the stuff. But yeah, I think if I tried wiping it off of it, eventually it would come off. But yeah, I was basically able to get a replacement disc. And then while I was there, in an empty case like this, I brought Order the Phoenix. And as I said before, I don't know if I've said it before or not, but CEX is really weird about disc resurfacing. Because basically every CEX, and I'm assuming cache converters, but I don't actually know about that, but every CEX has a disc resurfacer. And if you don't know what a disc resurfacer is basically it takes a layer off any disc that's put into it to basically get rid of any scratches and that. Obviously, you know, when you're selling used DVDs, Blu-rays, games, etc., this is a very useful thing to have. And Game used to have it as well. And Green James and that. And once upon a time, I remember particularly, I've told this story before, but I remember Granger Games worked sometimes for free, but if not, it was like 50p a go. If you had a scratch disc in there, then you could bring it to them, pay 50p, and they'd resurface it for you. Great. CEX though, they're really weird, because if you buy a disc from them, so you know, I buy this disc and it turns out it won't work, like scratched or whatever. If I bring this back to basically any CEX, they'll resurface it completely free of charge. Great. But what if you have a disc that isn't from CEX? Can you resurface? Will they resurface it? No. What if you even offer, you know, what if you say, you know, I'm willing to pay to get something resurfaced? Nope, they won't do it either. At least some won't. Some will. Some will. And it just depends who you get. Because there was a disc a few weeks back. That was a rare convention DVD that I was trying to get resurfaced. And I did eventually add a CEX. The first one I went into, which is actually the one I got this one from, just wouldn't. The second one I went to, they did. They just did, no questions. Just, yeah, sure, we'll do that for you. Which I was, you know, I'm willing to pay. I wanted to pay for it, you know, if it meant getting it done. But yeah, now I had an idea when it came to the Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, because they didn't have any copies of that in. They didn't have any copies of that in. At least not any individual copies of it. There was a different CEX that I could go to that had this box set in there, but I didn't want to re-buy the whole box set, you know, just for that. I don't mind spending, you know, a couple of quid on that to replace the discs here and there, but, you know, I don't want to buy another box set. I mean, it would be 15 quid, which isn't too bad, but even so. So what I did is, brought that along, and then I brought Order of the Phoenix in that box. And then when they were doing it, after they gave us it, I said, oh, I previously bought Order of the Phoenix from yous. Can you resurface the disc is because it's got a scratch, and they're like, oh yeah, no problem. So that's why basically, my advice to you is basically, if you've got a disc that you want CEX to resurface, basically buy something from CEX or have something from CEX that has, you know, the CEX stickers, and basically swap the stuff around, and then they'll resurface it. The thing is, though, the other staff member, who I think is just a general arsehole, because he had, like, the whole time he had a face like a smacked arse, was just staring at me the whole time. Even when I came in with, you know, getting my click and collect, he was just staring at me. And then he was staring at other people, like, just silently staring. It was bloody creepy, to be honest, just silently bloody staring at you. So yeah, anyway, that's that. And currently it is ripping, actually. And Order of the Phoenix did actually rip after that. Yeah, it did actually rip. But I'll actually show you, though, what happened, though, with Order of the Phoenix. Which is this one. The thing is, I got close to actually doing it myself, actually, with that. But you can see, I don't know, just there, that's a little bit of the disc surface removed. An actual layer of the disc. Like, not just taking, you know, a tiny bit off to remove it. That's an actual layer. And that was me basically going round and round and round and round with it. So, yeah, and they only noticed it. It was a little bit small. It's a little bit larger than it was before, because after it got resurfaced. But I went into a different CEX to get it resurfaced again, actually, because I wasn't quite satisfied with it. But the guy in that one said, oh, it's got, you know, a bit of the surface and that, you know, do you want to replace it in that? But they didn't have any replacement thing anyway. And obviously I didn't get it from there anyway. And they said, oh, you know, it probably won't play. Now, thankfully, it will play. It will actually play, because, fortunately, I don't know how long it'll last, but fortunately, this very centre area of the disc, there's actually no information in the very, very centre of a disc. So, thankfully, that was perfectly fine. It didn't actually go into the, you know, where there's any information and that's on the disc, so that was fine. That was fine. Let me put those back in. So yeah, that was a long-winded thing about that. Oh, Amazon. So this one they actually sent in just a paper bag, which is fine for what this is. Again, why they sent the other one in a box? Hey, some vinyl sleeves. But these ones, let's have a look. Because I think I bought this exact ones before, but yeah, these are the type I'm used to. They're much thicker and better quality. They're a bit more. They're basically the same price as these crappy ones here. Although with the crappy ones you get double the amount. Here you get 50. I think for the same price as I got 100 of those ones. But you know, I'll probably still use the other ones for something maybe. Yeah. Right. Now this should be what I thought the Oasis was the other day. Oh, they just flat. I thought they were just going to send another record, but no, they sent actually another one. So this is You and Me at 6. This is. Yeah, the first time they just sent the disc, this time they've actually sent another artwork one. Oh, and it's got a number 41. But yeah, the first one I had problems, and the second one I had where it was worse, where it was basically playing. This one, I'm hoping is alright. The problem is though, it's so thin. It's so thin, and I think that's the reason why. I'm pretty sure that is the reason why that Oasis, the master plan, didn't have any issues, because unfortunately picture discs are thinner vinyl as is, because the grooves can't be as deep because of the, you know, the picture sandwiched in between. So, you know, obviously the best way to combat that is make it a 180 gram vinyl record, and then if you do that, then you minimise the issues with it. So yeah, I'm hoping that one's alright. I'm hoping it is. But we'll see. I'll have to wait until I can actually play that one. And what's in the packet? I'm assuming that's the CD it originally came with. Yeah, so they just sent me a flat out another one. So even though it's so yeah, there's another copy of the CD, the live CD EP, which yeah, I got another copy of that. I don't need another copy. I didn't need the first copy technically, but nice to have that as a little bonus. So yeah, hopefully this one has no issues, and that I will play it at some point when I get an opportunity to. Problem is with the record that you need, playing a vinyl record, you have to basically, allocate time and sit down and listen to it, and that, which is good when you get the full immersion and that, when you want to get the full immersion of an album. But if you just want to quickly check something out, it's not really ideal for that, because you can't quickly check something out on it. I have to listen to that, all the way through to make sure that it's perfectly fine. And hopefully, it should be. Or if that one doesn't have the same issues as the other one, we'll see what happens. But yeah, Blug Records, though, fantastic customer service, and that can't be good enough. And they are sending me. The thing is, though, nearly every single thing I've got from them I've had to get replacements for, because unfortunately most of them are being picture discs, and they're all, nearly every single picture disc I ever get, apart from a few, basically have manufacturing defects. I think there's been one or two. I think there's been two ones on Blug Records picture discs and that I've gotten from them that have been perfectly fine. I think actually no, three now. Oasis: The Master Plan. One of them was Kasabian album, their latest one. I can't remember what it's called. And there was another one, I think. But yeah, overall, there we go. It's being basically an items to unbox in itself again, but that's because I've nattered on so much. So yeah, there we go, people. There we go. Oh, I don't have the light on. Yeah, unfortunately, this one has the exact same issue. In fact, the first one I got had the least amount of crackling in it out of the three of them. So yeah, I'm just disappointed with that. But it was always in the same place as well. They all seem to have it in around about the same place. And I thought, am I just going mad? Is the track actually like that? But I listened to it, the digital version. I listened to that with headphones on, and also that. And no, it's not. It's just that. And I also listened to the cassette as well, because I've got the cassette. Listen to that, and yeah, it's just unfortunate. So yeah, I've sent an email with a little video on that to Blug Records, and I think probably I'll just have to go for a refund, because I don't know if even if they do have another one, I think it is just a manufacturing defect for them, for three in a row to have it, and each one of them have it, worse to a varying degree. I mean, the problem is it's so thin as well, and I think it might be slightly warped, my one. I don't know. I can't really tell. If it is, it's only a little bit, but yeah, it's disappointing.